Now, before you come at me in the comment section, this is my job. This is what I do. You have to deal with it. People are going to ask me about this, so I might as well talk about it. All right, that's how this goes. Soon as this news dropped, I was tagged immediately on Twitter, and that is the news that the Raiders have released defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. Now, there's a lot of things that you might just immediately scoff at a lot of these reports about, like, why would the Lions be interested? Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to certain positions, but there are, stranger things have happened. Not only that, if I recall correctly, the Lions might have been in on him before he signed with the Raiders a year ago. This is coming from Adam Schefter. Everybody knows by now, ESPN sources. Raiders are releasing defensive tackle Christian Wilkins with the designation of terminated vested veteran. I don't think I've ever seen that before. His time in Las Vegas is now over due to how Wilkins treated the rehab from his foot injury he suffered last season. That was in week 5, by the way. The Raiders voided the remaining $35.2 million of his guaranteed money left on Wilkins' contract last month and today. Wilkins filed a grievance with the NFLPA. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, according to what they're saying here, Wilkins is no longer a Raider, and he is actually free to sign with any team. He's free to sign with any team. We'll actually get into that a little bit later. But the way that I'm looking at this is he broke his foot, and between that happening and now, and whenever they were trying to, and it came out later that, I can't find the tweet, that the Raiders wanted him to get surgery. They wanted him to get surgery after several opinions of whether or not he should get surgery. They were all in consensus that he should get the surgery done on his foot. Christian said, I'm not going to get it done. I don't know the context. I don't know what else was said, so I'm not going to make a judgment. But Christian felt that it was better if he did not get it done. So with that being the way, the Raiders decided to release him. And they also made a statement as well. We're going to take a look at that and talk about that too. This is coming from the Las Vegas Raiders. It says, we have decided that it is in the best interest of the organization to move on from Christian Wilkins, and he has been informed of his release from the team. This franchise has a commitment to excellence on and off the field, with no clear path or plan for future return to play from Christian. This transaction is necessary for the entire organization to move forward and prepare for the new season. Now, that is super intriguing. That's intriguing because that kind of sounds like he doesn't want to be there. That's what it sounds like. He just doesn't want to be there. Because if doctors and you're getting multiple opinions and they're telling you that you need to get this surgery, or they're recommending that you get the surgery, and don't forget, you were hurt last year in week 5, so that's early October. So it's been 9 months since you got the injury. But for whatever reason, you don't want to do it. Now, the fact that he's filing a grievance, I don't know. It's a lot going on there, but we'll let that play out. But that is not going to hinder whether or not he can sign on another team. As a matter of fact, this is coming from, I think I actually saw, man, I bookmarked it, but now I don't have it. But according to, I think it was Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport, he can actually start taking, he can have suitors. He can have suitors. Oh, here it is. I got it. So here's from Diana Rossini. I didn't have it bookmarked. After speaking with a few teams tonight, it sounds like the next step for Christian Wilkins will be taking visits and undergoing physicals and with potential suitors. That is what the situation is. So he is definitely a free agent. He can play for any team if that team was to sign him. Now, when it comes to the Detroit Lions, why would the Detroit Lions do this? Well, here's what after covering this team for 4 years on Lions Syndicate and a little bit before that, and after seeing and begging and pleading for Brad Holmes to get a position that we need, like we desperately need, he's going to do whatever he wants. He's going to get a cornerback, even though we got 25 of them. He's going to get a defensive tackle, even though we have the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL draft, Broderick Martin. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. And we know that he loves the cornerback position and the defensive tackle position. Now, we did draft Tyleik Williams. We do have DJ Reader, but after that, we've got Roy Lopez. We've got some guys. Levi is going to be out for the first 4 games of the season. No, actually, he's done. I forgot. He's done. Levi's done. That's another reason, too. So if Christian is able to play or willing to play, because it looks like he might be able to play but not willing to play, I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. You're talking about depth. So here's what our defensive line is looking like right now, in my opinion. It's looking Aiden Hutchinson. It's going to be DJ Reader. I'm guessing Tyleik, being a first-round pick, he's going to come in and fill that Aleem McNeil role, and then you're going to have Marcus Davenport. What if Tyleik's not ready? What if he's not ready? What if they don't want to put the pressure on the rookie like that? They could bring in a Christian Wilkins. There's no more contract. So you could sign him to whatever you wanted. And we know how Brad Holmes feels about injured players. Let's take a look at his stats and see what he did before the injury. This guy was a dog. I remember watching him on Hard Knocks with the Miami Dolphins, and when he was a free agent last year in 2024, that, it would have been nice if the Lions took a look at him. He was a first-round pick in 2019, picked 13th overall. And that's not the same year. Davenport was 18 because he's with Lamar Jackson. Played for Miami, his rookie contract, and actually got extended, obviously, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, played with the Miami Dolphins for his rookie contract, signed a massive deal. Look at this guy. Played 17 games, 3 seasons in a row, and then got hurt in week 5 with the Raiders. So if we look at his sack numbers, he was coming off a big sack number of 9, and that led to a big payday. In 5 games, he got 2 sacks. So again, y'all know what I want. Y'all know that I want an edge rusher. That's what I want. A true, not a Marcus Davenport. Go give me Zadarius, and I'll be satisfied with that, because that's the best we're going to get right now. However, if you told me that Christian Wilkins can play, that he's capable of playing, because in nowhere did this say that he can't play. It just said that the Raiders wanted him to get surgery. Well, that's actually a different tweet. He didn't want to get it, and that led to the dispute. So it's multiple sources. He was lollygagging in rehab, and then you have Pete Carroll saying back in May that he was there every day and putting in work. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is when it comes to this team, after what we went through last year, you can never have enough pieces at any position. And now, again, we're down Levi. He's done for the year. Aleem McNeil is not going to be there until probably midseason. Then you've got Tyleik, you've got Roy Lopez, you've got some guys. I mean, let's put it like this. As everybody is coughing and scoffing in the comment section, nobody on this team would be upset if this guy was on our defensive line. Not a single person. So I know people are going to talk about it, so I got ahead of it. Would I be mad? Nope. If he can play. Brad likes him injured. This is a perfect fit. It really is. We got a rookie that's probably going to be on the D-line. He can get with the swing of things. Maybe Christian ain't 100%. But like I said, I'm putting this out there because y'all going to want me to talk about it anyway. So we'll see. But I don't know what he's going to do. The Lions probably, I'm pretty sure they won't do this. But you also have, if they really were interested in Christian last offseason, this could be right up their alley. It really could. The physical, all that stuff, if he passes the physical, then he probably could play. Is it a risk that Brad is willing to take? And I'm going to tell you what. If you're going to take a risk on Broderick Martin, you could take a risk on Christian Wilkins. I'm not even saying I want them to do that. I'm just saying you wouldn't hear me complain. You wouldn't, because of the injuries. I mean, look, I'm going to ride the pass rush until I can't ride it no more, until we get what we need. But if you're telling me that we doing everything possible to make our defensive line better, which Christian would be doing if he's healthy, then I can take that. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do, and you get to watch these videos. You watch these videos, and I appreciate it. And I wanted to tell you, when you're seeing this, I am actually watching Fantastic Four, so it's pre-recorded Obviously, right? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. That's one thing with no script, man. Sometimes you fumble and stumble, but you always find your way back.